Hey, pilots! Welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales of my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchure Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League, so I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which can be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account, but it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to nearly the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. I'm gonna call this battle undeniable, and you'll definitely see why as we go along here, guys. Enjoy my friends in the background, and Status was their awesome song WOODISH, one of my favorites for sure. Alright guys, so this is Power Plant. I opened up with Frick. He's my Death Button Raven. This is kind of my closed map deck. Most of the bots are more nimble, quicker, knife fighter type builds, high DPS. I like to go over to this dome and try to take their home spawn area. It kind of re-shifts around when you open up on the hillside. There's a death button on Raven also on the red side. I love these old school builds. They still do work. But you got to be mindful of it. I mean, they're kind of a one-on-one death button, but when you're taking on 2 or 3 like this guy is, or like I'm getting ready to do, it doesn't work. So you really do have to plan your ambushes really, really well with the death button. But they absolutely are old school, and they absolutely still are just little assassination build-outs. But when you're going up against 2 Ares and someone else with the Scourges, forget about it. Anyway, so this is a buzzkill. He buzzes and he kills you. He's my little Spark Scourge Mender. The mending ability does 2 things. Obviously, he mends people around him and himself. But if you hit the mending ability right when you're getting shot at, you pretty much are going to cancel out any damage you're taking. So it's almost like, having an invincibility thing going on. So you kind of have to time it. It does recharge fairly quickly, but it allows you to pretty much deal some damage without taking damage back. And it lasts pretty good in a battle. As you know, guys, I play to win, and in a game like Domination or Beacon Rush, especially Domination, for sure, it's all about beacon management, keeping them blue, right? 3 and hold or 3 or more. It's hard to do a 3 and hold on Power Plant because it's really spurred around. But I'm noticing something. My mates aren't going for those 2 in the back, the one in the gap and the one down the seabed. And I am all about winning. And you know what? There's a lot of different ways of brawling and having fun and balancing the field. But when you see that your mates aren't really going after the beacons, you need to get busy. So I've got Diablo. Diablo is my beacon runner. He's a beacon runner extraordinaire. You see me pull him out on a lot of battles, and there's a reason why. Diablo is undeniable. You can't stop this guy. Yes, there are quantum radars out there. There's low-hanging weapons. There's all sorts of things that can shoot at Diablo. But watch Diablo go. He is absolutely undeniable when it comes to being a beacon runner. He loves the beacons. He runs after beacons. He eats beacons for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When you need to win, get your Diablo. And here's the thing. You gotta have phase shift on him. You gotta have, his speed up as high as possible. You wanna have Roadhog and Adamant Roadhog on him. You wanna have the mechanics on him. Yeah, I do have him pumped up pretty good. But with all those little extra goodies to keep his health up, and to keep him from getting frozen down, and to keep him from getting, shot a lot, and I got the phase shift on him too, you bet. Diablo is undeniable. You can't stop this guy. Now, I realize no one's coming after me because they give up on Lokis. They really do. This is one of the reasons that they do so well. With all my mates shooting at the Reds, and with all the Reds shooting back at the mates, guess what that allows Diablo to do? go around and basically enforce his will upon the beacons, and beacons wins battles. When you've got a lot of mates that are all about combat, that actually works really well in Diablo's favor, because with all my mates focused on combat, great, let them do that. But what they're doing is they're giving the Reds a handful. The Reds can't go after me because they've got a bunch of my mates going after them. So with my men going after them and the Reds having to address my man Diablo, he's gonna just go ahead and do his thing, and his thing is undeniable. He goes around and grabs the beacons, and now I'm gonna go up there and just say, hey, guess what? I just beat you. Well, you know, it took definitely a group effort, but when your mates are facing them and everyone's tearing it up on the battlefield with their combat, Diablo, his efforts are undeniable. You just can't say enough about him. If you have an opportunity to get a Loki on your team, in your hangar, and you want to have undeniable wins, he is one of the best ones out there. Great pilots on both sides, and if you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Applied Physics, and I'll explain why as we go along here, guys. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, November. I'll put a link to their website so you can listen to all their awesomeness on their Spotify website, and it's great stuff, guys. Definitely. Good friend of mine, great music. So this is a Carrier, and I put the open map deck. I can get away with almost either deck on this one, but I like kind of putting this open map deck. So I'm calling this battle Applied Physics. You know, in this game, it's all about applied physics, isn't it? You got your power against their power, your firepower, your weaponry, and how much damage output it has. And then you've got your durability, your HP. You know, how much damage can you take? Luckily, you got a little health bar in the upper left there, so you can kind of see your stuff whittling down. You also got structures around the build, you know, around each map. You know, you're applying some physics there to kind of help block out some stuff. You got some gimmickry on there, and you know, and I had 2 leeches attached to me, and Applied Physics won. Applied Physics is really just the physics of the game. What, you know, every one of your bots, every one of these builds has some characteristics, some things that it can do, some limitations that it has, and it's a matter of you figuring out how to leverage the advantages and hide the disadvantages and get some applied physics to give yourself the advantage. Well, and it isn't just combat, is it? It's, you know, it's the balance of the beacon bar and the beacons and who's got the most beacons and where your team is at, where their team is at. I struggle with color blindness, so half the time I think I'm shooting at someone and I'm just hitting a wall. And that's the problem with the Carrier and me. But this game is about applied physics. Right now we're at a 3-2 advantage. There is 6 minutes left. It's looking good for us. Even though we're down on beacon bar, as long as we can hold this advantage, applied physics is going to work in our favor. Also, knowing the kind of weaponry that you're facing and the kind of weaponry that you possess also helps you select your targets, where they're going and how fast you can move and how fast they're moving and what kind of protection they have and what kind of weaponry you have. I've got this is Reaper. He is my Avenger Bulwark, and he's got 2 kinds of shields. He's got this Aegis shield, which blocks out everything, but it wears down pretty quickly, and then when he turns it off, he toggles it off, and he has his physical shield, and it blocks up against the just energy weapons. There's a guy who jumped in front of his stealth wears off, so I use my physics to time it out and to get him. Now I'm waiting some more physics here. I'm waiting for my weapons to reload. So this game is full of physics. Now you can try to use some of the things that you know when it comes to physics. Now we're at a 4-1 beacon advantage. Now they're coming back. But as long as you can kind of use these physics to your advantage and knowing that right now the game is ours as long as we keep the status quo. So rather than get aggressive, rather than rush on in, I don't need to in order to win. Now, if I game up like I'm doing right now, I put myself at risk. So I can't win up, then drop back down. Now again, I'm going to use physics to help me. I can kind of shoot right over the top, get some angles on this guy. But now I'm getting shoot from the side because they've got some physics on me. But that's okay. I'll drop down and I'll take this storm and I'll watch my beacon bar and then I'll turn my Aegis shield back on. Then I'll drop down, toggle back, and let my Aegis shield charge back up. So Definitely, applied physics is all around this game. I love it. But if you use it to your advantage and you don't lose your head and simply kind of keep an eye on what's going on and use these applied physics, you're going to have more green banners than, red ones. But you definitely got to pay attention to what's going on, pay attention to the advantages that you have, pay attention to what you're facing in battle, and make sure that you're applying all those physics in the game so that, you keep yourself at an advantage everywhere you go. And it's about picking your targets and picking your enemy and avoiding the wrong ones, and there you go. Great pilots on both sides, lots of applied physics there. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Load for the Mode, and I'll explain why as we go along here, guys. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Mortality. All right, this is this episode's Beacon Rush battle. You know how I play Beacon Rush. You got to go fast forward, basically pressing toward the neutral beacons like Frick just did. He's my Death Button Raven. He went right for the middle neutral beacon. He got challenged there by this Ares, but he survived that one with a little help from my friends. There's someone on the other side of the wall, but I am not giving this one up. We're already at a 3-capper. We're already almost there. Now all we want to do is a 4-capper. A 4-capper is going to win the game. I stepped out of the line. Don't do that. Oh, no. But with 300-meter range on that, there you go. Use that death button. Take out a few guys here. Chip away. Look for my opportunity. Watch where we're going. Oh, they're going to go after my... And that's that is an invader. You can't let that invader win. They're tough, so I got to go help my guys. There was someone behind me at the bridge, so I knew I could leave my post there. Now I'm in my next guy out. This is Diablo. He's my little runner. Now, he is not tough, but he's a runner. And what we need to do is get a 4-capper. I always tell you guys, press for the middle neutral beacon and then try to get a 4-capper, basically creating a containment zone around their home spawn area. Their home spawn being in the back there. Now, those guys jumped out of the circle. Oh no, he didn't quite get it. Diablo's just going to ride this one out. Luckily, I have some mates that are helping out. Now we're getting ready to have a 4-capper. No, we got a 3-capper. They got something back. That's okay. I'm going to see what's going on here. Let's see. Oh, it's the, well, I'm not even sure which one is, okay, now we got a 4-capper. Now, I got to take Diablo out. No, you know what? I'm going to hop into a different bot here. This is my little whiz-bang. He's a little assassin. I'm trying to basically thin down the herd now. We got a 4-capper. Now we just got to keep pushing them away from any beacons. The proper load for the mode, guys. You gotta have the proper load for the mode. You gotta have the right builds in your hangar. No slow moving bots, no range bots. Look at it, here's a Fury. I love my Fury, but you don't use them on Beacon Rush. Heck no, you put in faster bots. They gotta be tanky, they gotta be, like little assassins, but they gotta be fast. And you gotta be pushing toward the beacons and basically pressing in toward the home spawn area. And if you do that, man, you're gonna have a win every single time. If you start putting in range bots or slower bots or tanky bots, I don't care if it's Canyon, it really doesn't matter. On Beacon Rush, all you're doing is you're rushing forward. Do not put any range bots, do not put any slow bots. Everything in your build should be higher DPS, damage per second. They should be faster ones that can go in, grab a beacon, and hold it for a little bit. And that's how you win Beacon Rush, guys. There you go. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and were able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel on a regular basis, so if you like what you see, please tap on the subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. Also, Discord is a great way to connect with other amazing pilots, keep up on the latest news, and learn more ways to improve your gaming experience. Without question, one of the best Discord servers out there is War Robots Master Pilots. Managed by some of the best pilots in the game today, it features a robust list of informational, tutorial, and informative channels to cover anything and everything related to this awesome game. So definitely take a moment to click on the link in the description of this episode and check them out. Finally, my goal is to provide you all with entertaining and helpful information that'll help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So, if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep them blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Just make sure you're having fun, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.